What if I told you there's a man who hasn't had a cold, the flu, or even a single headache in 25 years? When scientists first heard about him, they thought it was a joke, but then they ran the tests. Turns out, his biological age was 25 years younger than his real age. So, what in the world was his secret?
Well, this is what he told them. His name is Michael, and his whole philosophy, it basically flips everything you thought you knew about health right on its head. He's convinced we've got it all backwards.
Now, here's the ironic part. The person who uncovered this whole story, he was sick all the time. You know the type, catching a cold every month, constantly walking around in a brain fog, feeling like he was 60 when he was only 34. He tried everything, supplements, diets, you name it. Nothing worked. And it was seeing this huge gap between his own miserable health and Michael's perfect record that kicked off this whole investigation. And here's the core of what Michael believes. He says the health industry doesn't make money when you're healthy. It makes money by selling you products. His 6 rules are built on this idea that true health is the exact opposite of what we're being sold. And get this, it costs practically nothing. It's all about bringing back the natural challenges and inputs our bodies were designed for. The very things our comfortable modern life has tried to get rid of.
Okay, so let's get into the rules themselves. The first set is all about immunity. And man, does it challenge our modern obsession with being sterile.
The 2 big ideas for building a rock-solid immune system are, to put it simply, stop being so clean and, yes, eat a little dirt. I know it sounds completely nuts, but stick with me because there's some fascinating science behind this.
Rule number 1, stop being too clean. Michael ditched hand sanitizer and obsessive cleaning 2.5 decades ago, and here's the crazy part. During the pandemic, he worked in retail, dealing with hundreds of people every single day, and he never once got COVID. His theory? His immune system was so well trained from all that low-level exposure that it could just neutralize threats on the spot. And this isn't just some wild guess he has. It's backed up by something called the hygiene hypothesis. Just think of your immune system like a muscle. If you keep it in a sterile bubble and never challenge it, it's going to get weak, right? It needs regular workouts with everyday germs to stay strong and ready for action.
And now for the rule that makes everyone's jaw drop. Eat dirt. I'm not kidding. Michael literally eats vegetables straight from his garden with the soil still on them. He argues that we've sterilized our food so much that we're starving our bodies of all the beneficial organisms that live in the earth.
This all comes down to your gut microbiome. A huge 70% of your immune system is actually in your gut. Its strength is all about the diversity of bacteria you feed it. So eating that dirt from a trusted source is like reintroducing these ancient, soil-based organisms our ancestors used to get all the time. It helps train your immune system to know the difference between a real threat and a false alarm.
The next set of rules builds on this idea. It's all about making your body more resilient by strategically adding stress, not removing it. Rule number 3 is to intentionally stress your body every single day. The whole idea is that our bodies are incredible adaptation machines. When you give them a short, intense challenge, they don't just survive it, they grow back stronger. In this view, too much comfort actually leads to weakness. Now, it's really important to make a distinction here. We're not talking about that chronic, soul-crushing stress from your job or a bad relationship. No, we're talking about something called eustress, which is actually beneficial stress. It's short, it's acute, and it's the kind that triggers a positive, strengthening response in your body. So how do you actually do this? Michael has 3 favorite tools. 2-minute cold showers to slash inflammation, intermittent fasting, which gives your cells a chance to do some deep cleaning, and brief all-out sprints, which are way more effective at boosting your immune system than a long, slow jog. All right, the final set of rules is all about rhythm. It's about undoing all the modern disruptions that have thrown our ancient biological clocks completely out of whack. So these next 3 rules are all about our natural cycles of rest, activity, and even mental recovery. And according to Michael, if you want real, lasting health, these are absolutely non-negotiable. So rule 4 is all about mastering your sleep. Michael's bedroom is like a cave, pitch black and cold, around 62 degrees Fahrenheit or 17 Celsius. Why? Because even the tiniest amount of light or a little too much heat stops your body from hitting those deep, restorative stages of sleep where all the repair work actually gets done. Then, rule 5. As soon as you wake up, get direct sunlight on your eyeballs.
No sunglasses, just for a few minutes within 30 minutes of waking. This simple little thing is like the master switch for your body's internal clock. It sets your energy and mood for the entire day, and it even preps you for a great night's sleep later on. And here is maybe the most unusual rule of all. Fast from information. For one entire day each week, Michael takes in 0 media. No news, no social media, no podcasts, nothing. He believes that the constant overload of information is a modern stressor that creates actual, physical inflammation. Your brain needs time to rest and recover, just like your body does.
So the narrator, the guy who was always sick, decided what the heck, and put all 6 of these rules to the test for 90 days. He was skeptical, but he was also desperate. And the results? They were honestly shocking. After the 90 days, his own doctor called him in, totally baffled. He said that when he saw the blood work, his first thought was that the lab must have made a mistake. I mean, that perfectly captures just how powerful these counterintuitive ideas really are. And just look at this. This is the hard data. In just 3 months, his key inflammatory markers, the things at the root of so many chronic problems, plummeted by 60%. His doctor had never seen a change like that happen so quickly without some serious medication. And it wasn't just numbers on a page. He didn't get sick once, his energy doubled, that brain fog he'd lived with for years completely vanished. He lost 12 pounds without even trying, his sleep quality shot up by 40%, and the chronic shoulder pain he'd had for years, it just disappeared. But here's the real kicker. When the narrator called Michael to thank him for changing his life, Michael hit him with this massive cliffhanger. He said, "You're not ready yet. Call me in 6 months. Then I'll tell you what I really do," implying that these 6 rules were just the beginner's course.
And that leaves us with this final, really provocative thought. Michael's story forces us to ask a tough question. What if the supplements, the sanitizers, the conventional wisdom we all follow to be healthy, what if those are the very things keeping us sick? It really makes you wonder, what else are we getting completely wrong?